Hey folks, so the alocasias are done and placed, excuse me, and spread out a bit. Not necessarily in their permanent places. Evidently nothing here is permanent, but we'll show you how everything looks. There's a little bit of droopiness, but no big deal. That's to be expected. The real one, the one that really got droopy real fast, was that leaf right there. Other than that, they're all looking pretty much okay. The small leaves on this one were drooping like this before the fragmentation. It's just dropping them. The plant was in the process of dropping them in favor of the next, it's upsizing. So we'll discover them as we go along. At any rate, this is how things are looking now. And there is the left peninsula. And this phone is acting really, really goofy. But at any rate, there's the left peninsula. And then we have the center aisle. And again, I'm back to more or less just the peppers and the silver sword. Here is the coleus with its flower, by the way. There you go. Here is the second Alocasia cuprea, right there between the gloriosum and the rattlesnake. Here is the big Alocasia cuprea with its attendant leaf. I can't wait to see how this thing expands and by how much. Hopefully it is a matter of going from there to there. I don't think, I really can't see that happening, but who knows. It'll probably be just a regular size leaf, a little bit bigger than that one I'm imagining. Here is the other cuprea. This is probably the nicest looking one. It's only got, well, 3 leaves, but the 2 smaller ones are still hanging tough. And not fading out or getting absorbed by the plant yet. So yeah, that's it. That's the whole kit and caboodle. No big deal. It's just a pain in the butt, especially if you've got 2 bad shoulders and 1 bad hand, and a back to boot. But yeah, I'm happy with the way it turned out. And everything now has a spot. Not necessarily the spot, but everything has a spot, and everything is more or less compacted nicely, and I have access to the entire back wall. And once this silver sword and the peppers are going to be done soon, it just started throwing out more flowers. Like, don't toss me out yet, I'll give you another pepper. But I do want to show you this little puppy right here. Look at that. Ripening up nicely. I'm going to pluck it off probably in a couple of days. And I will take a taste. I'm not going to eat the whole thing, but I am going to take a taste. I want to see what this thing tastes like. Look, it's not this isn't a purebred variety of pepper. And it was grown indoors, so, you know, all things considered, if it wasn't for the insecticides, I'd have myself a snack. But I'm going to take a sliver and taste it. I'm not worried about the amount of imidacloprid that's in this plant. It's minimal. And a tiny piece, yeah, a tiny sliver of pepper isn't going to hurt me. Anyway, here is the peninsula done with the black dragon coleus plunked down right in front of the Ivory Coast Alocasia, and I think that came out real nice. I really like that. That is the bomb. Just gotta keep it looking like that. The wall is doing fine. Look at that honkin' big leaf of the Bipenifolium aureum. The Pink Princess is doing excellently, the baby, as is the adult. It's taking its time in unfurling, but it's finally begun. There is a loosening up of the leaf. I don't know why it's taken so long, But it might have something to do with the 1-day break I gave everybody with watering. Maybe things were running on minimal water inside the tubes the whole time and weren't getting soaked. I don't know. But in the morning when I feel the tubes, you know, I'll just go like that and feel the sphagnum. It's always wet. All the way down to the bottom of the tubes. So this is really interesting. Look at the coloration on the 2 new rolled up leaves from both of the stems of this pink princess. I think that looks cool. This almost like a zebra striping kind of deal. And we are waiting on the gloriosum leaf. As you can see, it is well on its way unrolling. I'm really curious to see where it pops out and positions. The plant has been moved a few times in the past few days, so that might bother it a little bit as far as figuring out where to place the leaf. But I think it more or less has the idea of where it needs to go. I do like the Alocasia cuprea right there. As it gets bigger, I'm going to pull it forward just a teeny bit. But as it gets bigger, it's going to look really nice, I think, between the calathea and the gloriosum. So there is pretty much everything. There's the Aglaonema silver that I've got over here. I did move the gigas again. Just a reminder, I did drop it down, and we shall see now how it goes with Mr. Gigas. I'll give you a quick, here you can see the cuprea. I took off a couple leaves here on the bottom to allow these plants to get a little bit closer to it. But yeah, it's fine here. It really is. It'll do well. It'll probably fill in a little bit more towards the avocado. And it's always got, you can see that one rolled up right there. It's always got new leaves coming out and, you know, pushing, extending out the rhizome and everything. Here's another leaf right there on the way. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way this plant is progressing. And here is the gigas, yeah, really taking its time. The leaf's not even stuck or anything. It's just resting on the petiole. I really don't know what this plant is trying to decide. I really don't. Here is the purple tradescantia. Moved a little bit and tucked down over there. That should that green should color up fairly quickly. And yeah, once the silver sword and the peppers are out of here, this little row here, of course the coleus won't be here much longer. This little row here will look really nice in the middle, I think, between the 2 peninsulas, so to speak. This Alocasia cuprea is probably going to get tucked back a little bit eventually, once leaves grow and change position and move on their own. I'm hoping that this plant starts throwing me more leaves facing this way, so I can indeed tuck it back just a little bit. I'm going to have to move some of this stuff. The Aglaonema, the tradescantia, and the gloriosum will probably slide just a little bit to the left to accommodate being able to put the cuprea just a little further to the wall, because I wanted to get hit by a better angle of light than it is now. So yeah, that's that. The epipremnums. I keep on saying that's that, and then I keep talking. There are the epipremnums. Right there. Here is the bipenifolium, which I trimmed a little bit down there. Got rid of some of the older, ookier leaves, and wanted to allow a little bit of lighting to hit the smaller plants and offshoots and pups that are developing down there. And there are 2 or 3. So yeah, good news there. Tomorrow I might actually take this rattlesnake calathea and turn it into, just pull the top pot out of the bottom pot and mix the bottom pot. I don't think that's really serving me any really useful function. It's just really, yeah, I can put the top pot directly in the saucer and everything works exactly the same. It's just, you know, it's such a well-draining mix anyway. So yeah, and that'll help me sit it closer to the floor, which will get it to fit better in this space. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm even toying with the idea, well, no, I probably won't with this alocasia, given the roots that I saw. I'll just leave this puppy alone. It's very happy, I think, here, so I'm going to leave it alone and see what it does. Here is the Celoum corner, right here. There's the smallest of the Celoums, the little baby, putting out its new leaf. They're all doing really well here, really, really well. Here's the, this is the one from the factory room. It's getting ready to put out a new leaf. The middle one and the one on the left, which are the two that were here the entire time, are cranking out. Yeah, there, boom, and boom. And there's, I know there's more on the way. And you can see the size of their pot. These are big pots. These are like 16 inches, I think, 16 or 18. Something like that, and there are 3 of them on this little 4-foot section of wall here. Here's the epipremnums. Over here I have to re-thread this thing, retape it onto the tube. I don't want to encourage side growth. I want everything to go vertical. And there in the back is the Adansonii, doing okay. And here is the spider's plant on its old Wharfdale speaker stand. And I like that that new alocasia right there. I think that looks nice with the 2 alocasias here alternating. It was a good move, I think, splitting it up. And hopefully by tomorrow morning, this alocasia leaf will be upright, and I'll be able to orient the plant the way I might just leave it like this, actually, and let it reorient itself with its new leaves coming out. That's probably the best way to do things. But again, I really, really like the way this is turning out here. Those black dragon coleus are just awesome. So, okay, this time I'll wrap it up, and we're going to close out. I just wanted to show you guys real quick how everything looks with, again, placement done, and getting the propagations put away, but still having everything here more or less occupying the same square footage. You guys should see how I pack a suitcase. No one does it better than me. Okay. And with that, we're going to close on the silver sword flower until it opens. Have fun, folks.